Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about pulling in individual functions for various option data points, whether it's pricing data points, volume, expiration date, strike price. There's actual individual functions for each of these. So as opposed to like in the previous video where I showed how to just pull up an entire option chain, you might want to just pull in particular data points in your sheet, wherever you're doing it, however you're structuring it. And there's actually a few different ways to navigate to do that. So that's what this video is going to cover. So we'll get into that right now. So here, starting out on a blank sheet, over on this other sheet, I just put up a couple of option symbols that I can show you these particular steps. So the easiest way, as you get familiar with the various functions, you'll know what to type in, and it usually starts off with equals QM underscore, and then you'll see this drop down of choices that you have here, okay, for different functions. All right, so in this case I'm looking for the last. You can just hit the last and then highlight the symbol that you're referencing, and then it'll come up that way. All right. Another way to do it is on the function toolbar. You can actually choose from the quote media refresh on demand, and in this case I'll choose the last for this particular column, and again choosing the root symbol, you just hit OK and it comes up that way. Okay. There's a third way to do it, which is a value function that has all the different metrics. You just have to define it. I'm going to get into that last. For right now, I just kind of want to walk through these few data points to basically show how easy it is. So here on last, I'm going to do QM underscore last for the last price on that symbol. Okay. Then I'm going to get the strike price here. So it'll be QM underscore strike. Reference the symbol. Let's say it's the expiration date of that option. There's an individual function for that. Underscore expiry date. I'll highlight the root reference. Let's say it's ask underscore ask root function. See, these are the easy ways to do it just by typing in the function, and then it comes available in the drop down. Okay. Now again, you can actually do it from the toolbar itself, or just type them in as you get used to how the functions are structured. Okay. Now another good thing with doing this in Excel, you don't have to do it every single time. Once you have the original formulas in there, you can just reference them all this way, and then this is a refresh on demand. So if you're not actually getting a stream real time, you just highlight your symbols, then you hit refresh selected, and it refreshes all the data, and all the data comes up that way. Okay. So that's doing it by bringing in the individual functions, by typing them into the function bar. I told you the other way to do it is from the function toolbar. You just go to quote media refresh on demand, and then you can see all your choices here. Okay. And then I'm going to go into this last one here. See here where we have QM value? So QM value is a function that takes all these different functions into account, and it pulls up data points that way also. This is a third way. It involves basically an extra step. It's not the default or easiest way to do it, but it brings up other things. So let's say I'm going to do the value, and let's say I want to choose the contract volume, for example. I want to get the volume on that particular contract. That's not available as an individual function right now. We're working on that, but this is one way to bring it up for that particular symbol if you're not doing it from an options chain. Okay, if you just want to do it in one cell with one individual function. So I hit OK, and that basically says 478 contracts traded on that particular contract for the day. And then same thing here, you can just copy and paste all the formulas in and then refresh it all, okay, at different periods of the day, 10 minutes later, an hour later, 3 hours later, and you'll get the different numbers. So that's the third way to do it, is by using this QM value function. And it's the same for all these other data points, even on, say, last, for example. Let's say you want to get last. You can do equals QM underscore value. All right. And then here, I'll choose last, in quotes, reference the symbol, close it up. Boom. That's another way to bring it up. But again, the easiest way, rather than using the value function, is just to go right to the function that we already have made. So in this case, it's QM underscore last. Okay? So that's the other way to bring up the individual functions. I wanted to cover that in this particular video. For those who don't want to pull up an entire options chain and get all the data, obviously you can just get the specific data that you're looking for and just refresh it by hitting the refresh selected. Okay, so that concludes this video on the individual option data point functions that we have built in on the on-demand group for Quote Media. And as you can see there's a lot of them in there. I mean, you can get the change of percent, the high, the low of the contract, expiration date, volume, just all kinds of data points on an individual basis. All right, and that concludes this video. And again, all this is available at MarketXLS.com. Check out the website there for various blog posts and then future videos to